Hi, Coach Tulin followers. So I'm on day 2 of Eating Clean Again. And if you've been following me on Facebook, you see me kind of share my drama on the cruise ship and how as much as I try to eat 100% clean, that primal need to pick up the crap after a rather rough ferry ride did end up driving me over the edge. But long story short, for me, I don't have the option to indulge or just eat whatever foods it is that I want. I wish that were the case, and that took a lot of time for me to accept, and it made me angry, and it frustrated me, and people had opinions about it, and you should not deprive yourself. But what nobody was saying is you should not be making yourself sick either. Nobody was willing to say that to me except for maybe my husband, and I love him for that. I'm so glad that he had the courage to say that to me, and I wish more people said that to me. You're not doing well. And I notice a difference after you eat, or I notice a difference after certain things, and there seems to be a pattern. And I have no resentment about that. I just wish more people were, had brass ones like my husband did to say that to me, to love me enough to say that to me. And I guess out of love that they didn't. But all that being said, I'm on day 2, and I feel really, really good. Anytime I go back to clean eating, and understand I didn't eat horribly. It's not like I went completely off the deep end, but what happens is if it doesn't hit me really hard the first time, I just keep adding to it daily. And then when I go back to clean eating, it makes my tummy a bit upset. I get very, very tired. It's a little rough coming out of it, and I'm doing really well. And yesterday I watched, as all of you know, I'm Beachbody Coach, and I was watching the April Surge as done by the CEO, Carl Deichler, who just cracks me up. He's such a down-to-earth guy. And the co-creator of Shakeology, Darren. And I always tell women when they approach me about this journey and they say, oh, I've put on a lot of weight, no, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I always say back to them, it's not you, it's on a cellular level. It's not you. It's the way that our bodies are, the mechanism. And I'm not a doctor, and I'm not going to pretend that I know what I'm saying from a scientific standpoint. I'm just a chick on the journey. But I will tell you that it's very much on a cellular level. And when I noticed that when I was eating poorly, that I would eat something and it would satisfy me for the moment, and then I would get really tired and usually have to sleep for a couple of hours. You've heard me tell the story, and if you haven't, it's in my previous videos. But it always required for me to take a nap or whatever it is it took to recover. And I never really understood that. And then I finally realized it was an inflammation issue, it was on a cellular issue. And there is a distinct difference between being volume full and being cellular full. And that's what Darren said yesterday. And I thought, wow, what a beautiful way to say that and how much that means. And that's so true. So often, when we eat bad, so in my current state, and I think I go through these things because it re-centers me and re-reminds me what others struggle with. And so I embrace it. For me, I ate some foods and I felt satisfied for the moment, but I was hungry again and I went back again. And I remember at the airport, dare I admit, I had a Nathan's hot dog and it wasn't that good. And I looked at my son and go, oh gosh, I'm still going to be hungry. And sure enough, I was. I went to the Hudson News, I picked up a snack, and then I stopped and I got these little like crunch sushi rolls. Y'all, I was a mess. And I ate all of that within like an hour, which is so funny, but it's such a testament to this whole idea of being volume full versus cellular full. So my body was still seeking nutrition. It was still seeking more foods. And that's why that had happened to me. If I ate something that was really strong in nutrition and it satisfied me on a cellular level, I wouldn't have reached for those additional foods, although mentally I may have. And that's something I can get by, and why Shakeology plays such a huge role for me. As soon as I drink a Shakeology, and if I struggle, I might have a second one. Right now, with me going back to 100% clean eating, and that's for my lifestyle, I do take that extra Shakeology, and it does make a difference for me. I mean, I know, kind of gross, right? This is my empty cup. But that is cellular full, and I'm completely satisfied. Versus, for example, when I had the Nathan's hot dog, I was volume full, and it did poo-poo for me, quite literally. So, and you spend days trying to get that out of your system. So I know I'm all about real talk, but I just want to tell you there is a distinct difference between the two. If you feel like that you can't put the foods down, the bad foods that affect you, it's not you. You're not weak. You don't lack willpower. You're not a horrible person. You're not any of those things. It's your cells trying to deal with what has been put in your body, and it's doing the best that it can. So take the stress off yourself, take the guilt off yourself, and just recognize the difference between volume full and cellular full. And remember what Darren said when I shared. It's not you, it's yourselves, and it can be changed. And I highly recommend Shakeology to help you through that, or whatever it is that works for you. Whole, clean foods and Shakeology, that's what works for me.